We'd like to welcome you folks tonight. I'm Benny Wallace, and these are my friends here.
I see backcountry jazz as a vehicle to help an art form that's really in trouble, as all arts are in trouble in the States today, and at the same time bring people to an appreciation of their American art form. And I think we've been pretty effective in the two concerts we've done up here, because I think folks have had a really good time and come together as a community, and we want that to just be a beginning. I think that'd be a major step forward. For those kids that naturally should be musicians and are born to be artists, it's a huge help for them. For the rest of the kids, it's a way to keep them out of trouble and in school, with the objective of reducing youth crime rates, reducing dropout rates, and increasing the production of productive and effective citizens.
Music is one of the areas where students come to school for.
If you learn to play music and study your music, it'll give you abilities to learn other things that have nothing to do with music, because it develops parts of your brains that you're not going to learn just doing the regular stuff in school. By taking music out of the educational system a couple of generations ago now, these kids don't have the musical tools to create the kind of music that we were creating when I was a kid. Jazz as an art form is at the root of just about every popular music of American music of the last century, even to hip-hop music.
When I heard the maracas, you could kind of hear the beat of it from the rap.
So we have this, what's called a vocabulary. So like, we all speak English together so people can communicate. Well, we just communicated, but in a different language of music.
If you play an instrument and you want to talk, come up and talk to us.
All the instruments handmade.
Are the instruments handmade? Well, a lot of the instruments are, particularly the ones from Africa.
The kids even ask them questions. Well, how do you do this? Or how can I do this? And the main thing is being exposed to it and being able to practice.
It was fusing Latin music with swing. It was kind of cool.
We also want to bring prominent artists in to do workshop concerts for the students in Bridgeport. In other words, have a day where the artist comes and works with the kids and then does a concert.
Now when you're playing jazz, all of this is going on at one time. It's 3/4 is this. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3.
We approached that in this last event where we had an open rehearsal. We had the 9 musicians there, and the kids were able to observe and ask a few questions.
The afternoon performance, it was filled with 200 children for the dress rehearsal, so to speak, and the kids really loved it, and you could tell because you could hear a pin drop. And not only that, they asked questions, and that's where learning begins.
Now we got to do is put the musical tools back in the system to where that the next generation comes up with something completely new and different. And at the same time, for the community to be able to understand and appreciate and be proud of our cultural heritage and to be exposed to the jazz music.
It was very breathtaking. I love how they combine jazz with African and other traditional rhythms. That was a very fun experience for me. And I also got to dance on the stage.
I see the kids in Bridgeport, I see what they have, and I see what they don't have. The Bridgeport school system desperately needs more musical instruments, but we need to find out more about the strong teachers that are here and help them.
Teachers were, like I said before, they were so inspired. They went back, they discussed it in their classrooms.
Bridgeport has a very strong, vital arts community. But relative to the rest of Fairfield County, we have nothing like the kind of funding that's available in Greenwich and Westport and places like that. So we want to try to level the playing field a little bit there. And we've already given 2 teacher training scholarships to Bridgeport area teachers, and also to one young, very brilliant, promising jazz musician. And we want to do more of that.
It's so important for our students to see music being performed at its best. And I believe that with Benny bringing the quality of musicians that he brings to our students, it has really been an enormous push for music and for the arts in our district. More students want to become involved because they see that others are performing, and the caliber of artists that Benny brings to our district from all ethnic cultures, that shows our kids that, hey, if they can do it, I can do it too. So we're having a lot of success with our students.
What we're doing in Bridgeport and in Fairfield County, I hope that can be a model to people in other parts of the country to start their own backcountry jazz type organizations, because we can change a lot of lives with the power and the attraction of this music. Then you get kids interested in jazz, and then if their inclination is to go into classical music or pop music or whatever, or even something that's not music, they've got a lot of tools to go forward that they wouldn't have otherwise.